the network device can be managed by a console port, but the console port is a locally connected port. That means when you want to manage a network device by the console port, you must go near the network device. But when the device is already installed, then maybe the device is far away from your office. So if you want to manage it through the console port, you must go far away to manage it. I think this is not a good way to manage the network. So how can we solve this problem? Okay, the Telnet provides a solution. You can using Telnet to manage a device far away, just like you connected through the console port. Okay, and in this chapter, we will discuss how the Telnet is worked, and then how to configure a Telnet service on the Huawei's network device. Okay, first, we can see the scenario. This is a network device, okay, and maybe this network device is connected through the local network or far away, okay, but that's not the matter. When the Telnet client and the server can ping each other, then you can use the Telnet to log into the device, log into the network device, and then manage it, just like you are connected to the network device through the console port. Okay, and this is the models, logical models. And the Telnet is a client-server model. That means this is two parts. This is the server part, and this is the client part. Okay, this is the server. This is the client, and the client just appear on your PC. Okay, and you can type in the command, and then the software, the terminal driver, will turn this your keystroke into an IP packet and then sending to the server. The server will interpret your command and then sending the response back to you. Okay, and the Telnet is based on the TCP connection. The port number is 21. Okay, it's 21. So when the IP is reachable from between the server and the client, you can use the Telnet to log in. Okay, and for you to log in, the Telnet provides an authentication mechanism. And for the Telnet, there's three types on Huawei's network device. First is the none. The none means there's no authentication, no password is needed. Anyone can log in without password, okay? And then there's another method we call AAA, AAA. The AAA means you must log in using the username and the password, okay? And the username and the password must be created on the network device or through radios and other protocols, okay? This is a 3A. And then the password. The password is the method. That means when you're logged in, you need to type in the password. Okay, the difference between AAA and the password, that means the AAA must type in the username and the password pair. And in the password mode, only need to type in the password, okay? And then, this is an example of the Telnet configuration of the Huawei's network device. And this configuration is the password mode, okay? So, first, these two devices, client and the server, must be reachable. Okay, so need to configure IP address because it's locally, so they can ping each other directly. Okay, just configure an IP address on the Telnet server on the network device, and then this is the configuration of the Telnet user interface. Then VTY 0 to 4. Okay, that means VTY means the user interface used for Telnet, for SSH, and so on. Okay, and there's another type of user interface is the console port. Okay, of course, the console port only one interface, but the VTY you configured 5 interface. Okay, and this interface number is assigned randomly. Okay, of course, in Huawei's device is assigned sequentially. Okay, sequentially. That's first 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, and then you configure the authentication mode is a password. Okay, then configure the password for this login. Okay, for this login, and then the password is Huawei12. Okay, okay. Then after this configuration, you can telnet from the client to the server. Okay, and there's one thing need to point out that the user interface have the privilege level. Okay, the privilege level. If you not configure it, the privilege level is 0. Okay, privilege 0 means the visit mode. Okay, visit level. You can only type in little command. Okay, if you want to configure, you must increase the privilege level with above 2. Okay, above 2, privilege level 2 or 3 or more than 3. Okay, of course the whole privilege level is from 0 to 15. Okay, and then after this configuration, you can telnet from the client. Okay, on the client you type in telnet and then the destination IP address, then they will communicate. Of course, Telnet using TCP 23 ports, and then there's responding, and a password request is prompted to you, and then you type the password Huawei12. Okay, you have ever configured on the Telnet server, and then the prompt is appear on your terminal. Okay, this is all the Telnet configuration. Okay. And there are the questions. If the Telnet service have been enabled, but the user is unable to establish a Telnet connection, what is the possible reasons for this? Okay, what is the possible reasons? I think there are many reasons. Okay, for example, the Telnet service unable to establish a Telnet connection. First, if you can ping each other, okay, the client and the server can ping each other. The network must be reachable, then they can telnet. And the second, if the password is correct or not. If the password is not correct, you cannot telnet in, okay. And maybe you need to confirm if the password have already been configured on the server side. If no password is configured, but the mode is using password, then you cannot connect in. Okay, you cannot log in. And others, we can see the user interface VTY, the range is 0 to 4. Okay, if 0 to 4, that means only 5 users can log in at the same time. If there's more than 5 users, then cannot log in. Okay, and maybe there's more reasons. We can find these reasons by yourself. Okay.